If you are a business owner and you are paying rent on your warehouse or your office space right now, you should watch this entire video because I'm going to show you the actual numbers side by side on what leasing costs versus what buying does for you over 6 years. And by the end of this video, you are going to look at your monthly payment very differently. Welcome back to the channel, and if you are new here, welcome. This channel is built for business owners, real estate investors, and property owners who want to understand commercial real estate without the confusion and without the jargon. Today I'm going to walk you through a real scenario based on a property that is for sale right now in Cypress, Texas, which is northwest of Houston, and break down exactly what leasing versus buying looks like over a 6-year period. We are talking real numbers, real cost, and real wealth built, or maybe not built. Stick around and then you find out. Remember, this is an educational video with illustrative numbers. The numbers that we're going to show you here, the prices per square foot, are the comparables right now in the area, and we are checking this in March 2026. So if you are watching this video other than this time frame, you should update those numbers so that way you can have better comparables between leasing and buying. Okay, so before we get into the numbers, let's see what we are going to talk about. What is the property, how it looks like, where it's located, and all of these details. So this is going to be an industrial flex warehouse. Right now, like I said, it is for sale in Cypress, Texas, and this is one of the aerial pictures. Here you can see the details to around 2-acre lot with around 2,000 square feet office, one metal building that is almost 1,000 square feet, and a warehouse that is closer to the 3,000 square feet. So when we see the aerial pictures, we can check the boundary lines. Of course, this is illustrative purposes because I'm not a surveyor to say, hey, this is exactly the lines, but this is the property number 1 and this is the property number 2. This one has 1 acre and this other one has another acre, and as you can see, it has 2 points of entry of the property because, well, the way we can enter this property 1 and this property 2. If we want to see now a closer way on how they look like, we have the property number 1, which is the office building. And as we see in the details, it got 6 private offices, an executive office, 2 restaurants, and a kitchenette. So this will be, the setup for the admin of the admin staff of the business. Now the property number 2, it has 2 buildings. The first building is more like an storage maintenance facility. It's a metal building where, it has this cover area and this open bay area. Now the second building is the warehouse that is 2,880 square feet. That includes the 2 rolled up doors, the interior office, enclosed storage, and this could be a great setup. Let's say for the business owner, we can bring the example of a construction company. Here we can see the map, so that way we can have an idea where the property is located. And as we see the boundaries in these 2 pictures, now when we check out the aerial drone photo, we see that the boundaries might be around here for property 1 and then around here for property 2. And now that we have seen the property, check the numbers and let's see if it would be a good idea to lease it or maybe a good idea to buy. Well, it's important for you to know that my team is representing the seller for this property since we are commercial real estate brokers licensed in Texas. Alright, so now let's set the stage. Imagine a construction company or maybe a service company expanding their business and they need this space. Now, this company has a decision to make. One of the most important financial decisions a business owner can make. Do they lease this space or do they buy it? Most businesses owner, maybe they usually default leasing because it feels safer, feels easier, and it is more flexible. And look, I'm not here to tell you that leasing is the right or the wrong move. There are absolutely situations where leasing is the right move. But what I'm here is just to tell you that most business owners have never actually have seen the numbers compared side by side. So let's do that right now. Okay, let's start with leasing because most of the people default to this first. So in Cypress, here are the numbers that are the current comparable rates for leases. So for an office Class B type we are looking closer in average of so for an office asset class B, we are looking around $20 per square feet per year. And this is average numbers. So for a warehouse in a class C, we are looking around $11 per square feet per year, and this shed that is very basic, we can put it around $1 per square feet per year. So when we have these comparable leases numbers, now we will need to see how much is that per square foot, so that way we can have the rent, at least the base rent. So for our base rent, we have a square feet of the office by the $20 is around $41,000 a year. For the warehouse, that is 2880 square feet multiplied by $11, we have this $31,000 when it's closer to 35. And this shed is around $975 per square feet per year. So for the base rent, it's very easy. We get the square feet of the building and multiply by the dollars, which is the comparable leases rate, and then we have this total. So if we add the cost of the lease for the warehouse, for the office, and for the storage place, so if we add this amount, we are going to get our total base rent, because in this case scenario, the tenant is going to use all the 3 buildings. So we're going to have $73,575 per year. Of course, this is the base rent. Do you remember that term that we talked about before with triple net? Well, here's where we need to count on that. So remember, triple net is the taxes, insurance, and maintenance that you as the tenant are helping paying for the property. So here in the Cypress area, there is an average. Remember, these are average numbers. It could be less, it could be more, but the average is around $3.5 per square feet per year. And if we multiply this by the total square feet of all of the 3 buildings that we have in this case scenario, we are going to see around something like $25,300 per year. On top of that, you gotta remember to add the utilities, and we are going to use example average number of $1,500 per month. That is going to be around the $18,000 per year. So if you want to know the total cost of your lease, you're going to add the base rent, the triple net, and the utilities. And how much is going to be that? Okay, that's going to be around $116,875 per year. And of course, if we divide that by 12, we're going to have the month amount, which is going to be around $9,740 per month, approximately $10,000 per month. Now, here is something I want you to pay close attention to, because leases don't stay flat. Every year, the landlord increases rent. It could be about 3% per year. So let me ask you this and drop your answer in the comments. If you're paying $10,000 a month in rent right now, do you know how much will you be paying in year 5? Because most owners don't calculate that. They just renew and keep paying. Let me show you what that actually adds up. So with a 3% annual rent increases, we're going to have this over the period of 6 years. And how much is going to be that? $780,000. Over 6 years that you pay to the landlord. How much do you own at the end? Nothing. You just purely pay the rent, and that's it. Now, let's flip the mindset completely. It's going to be the same company, the same property, but in this case, we are going to do the buying numbers. So here are going to be the assumptions to buy the property. Okay, the assumptions we have in this scenario is a purchase price of $1,800,000 with a down payment of 45%. I know, down payment, it looks a bunch higher in comparison with residential, but yes, the numbers change when you are in commercial real estate. The loan amount is going to be around $990,000. Interest rate for this example, we're going to say 7.25% over of with a long term of 25 years. Having those assumptions, we're going to get around $86,000 per year for your loan payment, and that's going to be around $7,200 per month. Of course, illustrative purposes. And then after that, remember, as the owner, you are not only paying for this loan, you also gotta add the property taxes, the insurance, the maintenance, utilities. And here, well, these are the property taxes that were paid in 2025. These insurance, maintenance, and utilities amounts are average for the area, so are examples. So adding all of these numbers, we're going to have an expense total of $40,810. So the total cost for the owner will be the loan payment plus the other expenses, which is going to be around $126,800 per year, which is going to be around $10,566 per month. So as you can see, buying is, around $10,500, and the leasing, when we did the leasing scenario, it was $9,740. So of course you might be thinking, well, if I buy, my monthly payment is going to be bigger and my leasing is going to be a little bit cheaper. And here is where you actually should think a little bit more, because usually people just look at the surface level of these commercial real estate numbers. And if you only look at the surface level, then it's very hard to create wealth through real estate. So stick with me, because what happens next is everything. Here is what the tenant does not get that the owner does. Two things happen when you own real estate, especially commercial real estate. Number one, appreciation, and number two, loan pay down. Let me put those numbers here on the board. So for the appreciation, we get the purchase price, and then we get around, this is an approximate number, average, illustrative purposes, 3.5% per year over 6 years. The future value, it might be around $2,200,000. The gain is going to be, for this example, $400,000. Now for the loan pay down, over the 6 years, the principal pay down is around $130,000. So the total wealth created is going to be a little bit over $500,000 in wealth created while they were simply using the building for their business. Now let me put both sides together on a table so it's more visual, and then you can check all the details. So here we have the comparison table, and of course you're going to see that the upfront cost is way higher for the buyer in comparison with the tenant. The monthly payment is going to be kind of similar for year one, and then the annual cost for the year number one, of course, is a little bit around $10,000 in difference for year one. But then when you add up the increases in the rent at the end of the year 6, you're going to see that the owner is paying a little bit less, $20,000 less by year 6. Of course, ownership, the tenant, well, is not the owner, the buyer has the full ownership. So the equity build, which is the loan paid down, is going to be around $130,000. And the appreciation gain by the 6th year, it might be around $400,000. So this is a total wealth created of a little bit over $500,000 for the buyer. The estimated property value in the 6th year, it might be around $2.2 million, and the loan balance after the 6th year, it might be $860,000. So we got a net equity, the value minus the loan, around $1.3 million. So the buyer gets a positive gain of a little bit over $500,000, and of course the tenant is only paying the rent. And that's the difference between paying only for your rent and building equity and ownership. So I have a question here, and I would love for you to answer here in the comments. Are you currently leasing, and have you run these numbers in the past? Like, have you really compared these scenarios for your business? Like, if my business lease for a 10-20 years in comparison with buying, because this is only 6 years, but what could happen in 10 or 20 years? The numbers will be way different as well. So drop your answer here below in the comments, because I'm going to read them. channel. And if you have any question, please let me know, because that way we can make more videos to answer you all your questions. Now I'm going to be straight with you, because I'm not here to sell you on buying. I'm here to give you the full picture. Buying only makes sense if three things happen. One, if your business is stable. If you are not sure you will be in the same location in 3 years, buying is a risk. Second, you can genuinely afford the down payment. $800,000 is not a small number. That needs to be real capital you have, no capital you are stretching for. And third, you plan to stay for at least 5 years. The appreciation and the loan pay down only works if you give them time. If you buy and sell in 2 years, the math changes completely. If those three things are true for you, the numbers we just look at make a very strong case for owning your own space. And here is one more thing most people forget about: the taxes side. So first we have depreciation. Remember, I'm not a CPA, I'm just here to give you the basic idea, but it will be great if you talk with your CPA or accountant about all the taxes stuff, right? So when we talk about the taxes advantage, we have first the depreciation. In that building, the IRS let you depreciate the commercial building over 39 years. On a 1.2 million building, that's roughly $43,000 a year in paper deduction, reducing your taxable income without any additional cash out of your pocket. We also have the mortgage interest. It could be deductibles, especially high in early years. And we also have the operating expenses. The taxes, insurance, maintenance, all of this is also deductible. So as a result, the owner may pay less in taxes than a tenant. This is why it's a great idea for you to have a great CPA and a great broker helping you, because that may give you a little bit more advantage, understanding, and at the same time getting great deals for you and your business. And if you're looking for a commercial broker here in the Austin, Central Texas area, my team and I are totally happy to help you. So let me bring this all together, because the people watching this video fall into a few different categories. If you are a business owner currently leasing, what you just watched should at minimum make you ask some questions, like for example, have you run these numbers for your specific situation? Do you know what buying would look like for your business? And if you are a property owner, understanding how this math works from the buyer's side, it helps you with the price, market, and position your property correctly when it's time to sell or lease. And let me leave you with the simplest version of everything we just covered. Leasing is paying for space, and buying is paying for ownership. The monthly cost in this example is similar, but the outcome after the 6 years is not even close. Now, I want to make sure that you walk away from this video with something tangible. So my team and I put together a lease versus buy calculator that breaks down exactly what we covered today. The link is in the description below, or you can scan the QR code to download it. And if you are actively looking at a property right now, or trying to decide whether leasing or buying makes sense for your specific situation, my team and I are happy to walk you through. We work with business owners and investors all across the Austin and Central Texas market. The email to schedule is also in the description or here on the screen. If this video gave you a new way to think about your space, hit that like button. It generally helps the channel reach more business owners who need to see these numbers. And subscribe for more educational content on commercial real estate. I'll see you in the next one.